Welcome back to another episode of Boys from the Bridge. This is the official channel dedicated to yours truly, Chelsea Football Club and football in general. Everything you need to know, everything you want to know, it happens right here, right now. Let's get into it. So, today we are talking about the review game to our game against Sevilla that we just played, and it finished 0-0. Now, I just watched it. Sat here feeling a little bit frustrated after that game, but there are some positives to take out of that game. We kept a clean sheet. Big news, as we kept a clean sheet for the first time this season, and our defence looked a lot more solid. However, there are some issues that I want to be talking about. Before I get into all that good stuff, please, I'd really appreciate if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you can get all my videos. Hit a like so I know I should carry on making the videos. And also, leave a comment in the comment section below. All the good things that happen in the game, I'll be putting in blue, and they will be the highlights of the game. And all the bad things, they will be the lowlights, and I'll be putting them in red. Let's get into it. First off, Mandy was back for this game. Relieved that he was back so we didn't have to rely on Kepa. So I thought he played extremely well today. He made a very good save around the 30-minute mark when the Sevilla player headed it on goal. Zouma deflected it and Mandy made a very good save, pushing the ball out of harm's way. So I'm very glad that Mandy had a solid game. He also brings a lot of confidence into the defence. The defence didn't look very shaky, and he looked very assured and comfortable in that number one goalkeeping position. So for this, I'm going to put Mandy in the blue. The next two players that are going on the blue is both Ben Chilwell and Reece James. I thought these players played extremely well. They made some very important challenges, some good tackles, and also looked very promising on the attack, delivering some good balls from wide areas, and they played extremely well, linking up the play, and I thought these two, in my opinion, was our standout players. I'm extremely excited and happy that our whole team is back together from injuries, and this is the first time I've actually seen everyone in action. I hope that no one can get injured, fingers crossed, as we have a huge game now on the weekend and some huge games coming up fast. The likes of Silva is also going in the blue, as he looked very comfortable in that defence. I thought the likes of Christensen played really badly on the weekend, and it was very promising to see Thiago Silva back in that defence. I am so happy and relieved to see him back from the international break. He made some very important and decisive headers, and he looked an extremely good and reliable player. There were no mistakes. I didn't actually see him make one mistake. So I'm very excited to see him play against Manchester United on the weekend. I think that our defence all got a lot of confidence to this, and hopefully we can keep Manchester United from bay. One aspect of Manchester United is the fact that they get so many penalties. They've gotten a penalty probably in their last 3,000 games, it feels like. Every single game, Fernandes seems to get a penalty, and he puts them away. Besides, on the weekend when he missed one, the likelihood of him getting one is going to be very, very high. We have to be very careful on the weekend playing Manchester United and tackles in the box. They actually beat PSG. I didn't want them to beat PSG, as I never want Manchester United to win. But I'm confident that we can go to Old Trafford and pull one over them. The defence is going in the blue, as I thought we played very well. Like I said, we kept a clean sheet, and it looks like a lot of work over just a couple of days went into their defence and keeping a clean sheet. The whole team was working together very well. There was visible unity that was very reassuring as a Chelsea fan. Now, once our defence is finally sorted, we can focus on attack. But there doesn't need to be much focusing happening there, as we have such creative players, such dangerous players, young players that can score freely. The next player going in the blue is Christian Pulisic. I thought when Christian Pulisic played on the left, he was extremely good. I'm not sure why he was started on the right and Mount on the left. I'm a bit confused as to why that is. That's just probably because Mount is that much weaker on the right, but I still think Christian Pulisic should have started this game on the left. The moment he came into this position in the second half, he looked very confident, very comfortable, and he created a lot of chances. So for that, Christian Pulisic is in the blue. I think he did look a bit rusty at stages. He's not back to his full flowing self, but give it some time. Hopefully against Manchester United, he's going to unlock their defence. And I think he will be a vital player for us this season, especially now with that number 10 on the back of his shirt. Now I've covered the players that I thought stood out in the game, I am going to be looking at some of the lowlights from the game that I will be putting in red. The first aspect that I will be talking about is player mistakes. Now I spoke about this in the last video and it keeps reoccurring. The likes of Zouma keeps making mistakes, and there were player mistakes throughout this game that I saw that we gave Sevilla a lot of opportunities to potentially score. Luckily they didn't. But still, player mistakes, lack of concentration, just being a little bit stupid on the ball, to be honest, at times, gave Sevilla opportunity. Now, if we're going to give the opportunity to the likes of Manchester United with their amazing attack, they are going to punish us. So, cutting out player mistakes is the most important thing, I believe, this season that we have to get right. If we cut out that, then our defense, our midfield, and our striker will all be more confident in each other, and we will keep more clean sheets. The player that made the most player mistakes in this game was Kurt Zouma. So therefore, I'm putting Kurt Zouma in the red. Now, unfortunately, I actually thought Kurt Zouma was our best defender, and I still think he is our best defender. His aerial presence is a very big threat for opposition, and it gives us a chance to always score from set pieces. However, the amount of mistakes he makes in the game is worrying. He was a big reason as to why we conceded the second goal on the weekend against Southampton, and he made a few mistakes tonight that almost cost us and gifted Sevilla a goal. I'm not sure what it is about Kurt Zouma, but he needs to cut this out completely out of his game if he wants to be the partnering centre-back to Thiago Silva. I believe that they can make a very powerful combination in that defence, but player mistakes needs to be cut out. The next player I am putting in red is Georginio. Now, Georginio was booked very early in the match. He got a yellow card around the 13th minute. And just soon after, he made another challenge that I was keeping my fingers crossed that it wasn't going to get him a sending off. I don't think Georginio played particularly well. He didn't give any good passes to Werner. I would have wanted the like of Kovacic to start. Like I said in my preview video, I believe that Kovacic possesses something different to Georginio. And I think Kovacic would have been perfect. When Kovacic came off the bench for Georginio, Kovacic was very threatening. His dribbles and his desire to get through the midfield was there to see. He's an extremely exciting player, and he was Chelsea's best player last season, and therefore we should have started this game. I am hoping Kovacic starts on the weekend against Manchester United to give them something different to think about. And Georginio can always come on in the 60th minute and play that ball that is dangerous. I think the likes of Hakim Ziyech still needs to fit into the team properly. He's not looking himself, so I think that will also take time, although we don't really have that much time at the moment as we need everything to happen quickly, due to the fact that we have so many games coming quick and fast. The last player I want to talk about is Mason Mount. I thought Mason Mount was basically invisible for the first half, and in the second half he also didn't create any chances, didn't play very well, and there wasn't much link-up play. I think Mason Mount definitely needs a break. The likes of Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi can easily fill in for his position. So I think against Manchester United, potentially, Mason Mount maybe shouldn't start. Overall though, I am happy that we got a point. Last season we actually lost our first game in the Champions League group stage against Valencia at home, so we didn't get any points in that game. So 1 point in the group. The other two teams in our group that played today also got a draw, so everyone at the moment is sitting on 1 point. It leaves the group extremely open. I think the likes of Frank Lampard can take a lot of positives from this game. Although we didn't score any goals, unfortunately, our defence looked a lot better. It looks like we actually put so much work into the defence that we almost forgot how to attack at stages. I thought that when we played against Southampton on the weekend, that first half was the best piece of attacking I've seen. But Sevilla are an extremely good team. I believe they have a very good possibility of winning La Liga this season, so no disrespect to them. But I was looking forward to seeing goals from us, from seeing chances created, and potentially winning the game. In the end, I was left feeling disappointed, but overall, I am glad that we got a draw. Our next Champions League group game is on Tuesday. We are playing the Russian team Krasnodar, and I believe this is a perfect opportunity for us to score lots of goals against them, hopefully, and to get those 3 points to make us top of the log, get a good goal difference, so the likes of Sevilla, when they play Rennes, are not going to get as many goals as we are hopefully going to get. I will be releasing a preview video to the Manchester United game and also a review from that game, and then one obviously for the Champions League next week. I hope you all keep well. Till then, see you later.